Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. Tonight, it is May 28, 99. We are at the Kingdome as we see the final two teams we yet to see this season in a game between the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and the Seattle Mariners. The Devil Rays come into this game a record of 26-21. They're overachieving. The Mariners, a record of 18-28. They're underachieving. So right now, both these teams are actually playing the opposite of actually how they got to at this time of the year in late May. This is the final game of the first scheduled block. I already have the second scheduled block coming up, which again, we will see all 30 teams once again, at least once, some twice, and one, probably maybe even 3 times to get everyone in there. And of course, the second scheduled block will go through the All-Star break. We are at the Kingdome here for the Mariners. They were still here. They did not travel. They did not transfer to Safeco Field until middle July because the Mariners will be in Safeco later in the season. But they're at the Kingdome for tonight's game. The Mariners historically won this game 6-1. They had 11 hits and no errors. The Devil Rays had 5 hits and an error. And we'll see what happens tonight here at the Kingdome. DB is first to join us here at the Kingdome. So it's and Ernest Cruz. So it's our first matchup between these two teams in this season, and we will see them again as well later. But tonight, it's the Devil Rays and the Mariners, and let's see what we get tonight. Starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners tonight is Freddy Garcia. He had a good year, 17 wins, 8 losses, a 4.07 ERA. He gets the call tonight. We are at the Kingdome. In 1999, this was the Homer Dome. 134 home runs were hit there. Definitely a hitter's park. -1 to strikeouts, +2 to walks. A lot of home runs were hit at the Kingdome until the Mariners transferred to Safeco Field in the middle of July. So we could see a lot of home runs tonight in tonight's game, but we will find out as the Devil Rays and the Mariners will face off against each other. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Devil Rays, center fielder Randy Wynn, 267 average, 2 homers, 24 RBIs. We're going to use green, white, and blue dice. Mariners are the home team. Good crowd here at the Kingdome. Mariners 10 games under 500 at this stage. We'll see if they can turn things around. Garcia, 4-1. Home run chance. The 15 is high. Win, 2-2, and it's a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by David Bell. And Bell will toss it over for the out, 1 down. Next up is the right fielder, Dave Martinez, 284 average, 6 homers, 66 RBIs that year. Pitch from Garcia, 1-6, it's a blank. Martinez, 4-6, and it's a base hit. He'll hit that one past third, and the Devil Rays will get a man on. And now we'll see the Tampa Bay designated hitter, Jose Canseco, Hall of Famer. No. Should he be in there? I think so. 279 average, 34 homers, 95 RBIs. I know Canseco got blackballed with everything. I still think he should be in the Hall. Infield a double play. Martinez at 13 steals, and he will not get any here. Garcia, 6-6, error, grounder. Canseco, 1-2. That is a ground ball. It's hit to short. That ball is hit to A-Rod. Rodriguez's error rating is a 6. That's a 13. He's not going to make an error. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot Bella, 0. 1-3. It's a double play. And they will get it to retire the side. So 6-4-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Devil Rays. And we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays is Wilson Alvarez. 9 wins, 9 losses, a 4.22 ERA and 99. Leading off for the Mariners, left fielder Brian Hunter. 232 average, 4 homers, 34 RBIs. Alvarez will deal 6-5. That's at the park. Kingdome 2-1. And wow, with all the home runs in there, it actually gets to an automatic out. That's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by Wade Boggs. And Boggs will toss it over for out number 1. That'll bring up the shortstop. A-Rod, the man himself, Alex Rodriguez. Hall of Famer? No. One of the greatest of all time? Yeah. 285 average, 42 homers, 111 RBIs. I don't care. We're gonna just throw him in the friggin' Hall of Fame. Alvarez will pitch. Alvarez, 5-4. It's a blank. A-Rod, 5-4. And that's a fly to center field. That'll be handled by Randy Wynn. And he'll get to that for out number 2. Frank S. joins us here at the Kingdome. And the next batter is the center fielder, the other man himself, Ken Griffey Jr., Hall of Famer. Yeah, one of the greatest of all time. Yeah. And I know some people might think I'm crazy, but if Ken Griffey Jr. doesn't get hurt, stays healthy the rest of his career, does he hit 800 home runs? I really think Griffey hits 800 bombs before he retires. Definitely one of the greatest of all time. Alvarez, 6-4, range play. Griffey, 3-3, base hit to left field, but it's a range play for Paul Sorrento. He stunk. Range is a 1. He won't get it. Base hit. Griffey will get a single. He'll hold it first. And that will bring up the Seattle designated hitter, Edgar Martinez, Hall of Famer. You betcha. 337 average, 24 homers, 86 RBIs, and 99. Some people say the greatest designated hitter of all time. I'm still going to put Paul Molitor ahead of him because Molitor actually could play the field. Martinez was okay in the field. Molitor was pretty darn good. Strategy roll. Nothing for Griffey. Alvarez, 5-2. It's a blank. Martinez, a 6-3, and that's a fly ball to right field. And Dave Martinez will get to that. And he'll make the catch. Retire the side. No runs and a hit for the M's. No score after 1. I don't know. Do you guys think that maybe Ken Griffey Jr. hits 800 bombs if he stays healthy? I think he does. If anything about Ken Griffey Jr., does anybody have a problem if I say he had the most beautiful swing in baseball history? He had the most beautiful swing in history. I just don't. The only guy that's close enough to him is Darryl Strawberry. He had a beautiful swing too. But I'll put Griffey right a little just above him because he's Hall of Famer. Leading off for the Rays at the top of the Devil Rays, top of the second. The first baseman, Fred, the crime dog, McGriff, Hall of Famer. I have no problem with him. 310 average, 32 homers, 104 RBIs, and 99. Garcia, 1-2, range play at the park. Kingdome, 1-1. That's a blank. We're going to have a rare play instead. So rare play, and that's a range play at the park. So it's right base is empty from range play at the park. It's a rare play. 16, shortstop goes into the hole to make the play and hurts arm on the throw. Resolve play is a G6 range play. That would be Alex Rodriguez. His range is a 3. He got it, and he'll make the play to first for the out. Now we got to see if he's hurt. And Alex Rodriguez has an injury rating of 2. And so only a 1 will keep him in the game. That's a 4. A-Rod is out. We only play game day injuries in the regular season. So A-Rod is going to leave the game for the Mariners. McGriff is out, though. And that will be it for shortstop for A-Rod. So timeouts, we got to find a player. That's a grounder to short. So now we need a shortstop for Rod. We need a new shortstop. Let's see who I have. And that is going to be coming into play shortstop is going to be Rafael Bornegal. He'll come in and play short for the Mariners. So he will take over. So Rodriguez is out. Bornegal is in as Rodriguez is hurt. And he is a 3-4-0. He will take over at the shortstop position. So Rafael Bornegal will now take over at short. There is one out here on the top of the second. Next batter will be the catcher, John Flaherty. 278 average, 14 homers, 71 RBIs. How about Nick Kurtz last night? How about that? As Baseball with the Demos joins us here at the Kingdome, who should receive the block dragon for utilizing the B word. We don't use the B word here. Garcia, 4-6 at the blank. Flaherty, 4-1, grounder to short. That'll be handled by Bornegal. Just like Baseball Demo says, once you bring in somebody in, the ball finds you. Bornegal is going to get that play. He's going to throw to first for out number 2. And now we'll bring up the third baseman, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Even though he was in his later years, he could still hit the ball. And yes, one of the greatest of all time. 301 average, 2 homers, 29 RBIs in 99. Only played about half the games that year. Garcia, 4-5. That's a pitcher result. The 9 is going to be an out. Against the lefty, it's an out. And Boggs, it's going to be a ground ball to first. And that will be handled by David Segui. And he'll take it to the bag himself to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Devil Rays. And we go to the bottom of the first. Yeah, Frank S., he had 668 home runs. I think if he doesn't get hurt, I really think that Ken Griffey Jr. flirts with 800. I really think he gets 8 bills. I really think he does. He was that good a player. He was a generational player. Leading off for the Mariners, right fielder Butch Husky, 282 average, 22 homers, 77 RBIs in 99. Alvarez, 4-1, strikeout, and that will be high. Husky, 5-1, and it's a fly to right. Easy play for Dave Martinez. And that's the first out. That'll bring up the first baseman, David Segui, 298 average, 14 homers, 52 RBIs that year. Alvarez, 2-2, range play at the park. Kingdome, 1-6. That's a base hit to left field. It's a range play for Paul Sorrento once again. His range was a 1, and that's going to be a base hit. Nowhere near he gets that. Segui will have a single. Paul Sorrento was garbage out there. He was not a good fielder in this season. And now here's the third baseman, Russ Davis, 245 average, 21 homers, 59 RBIs in 99. Infielder double play. Alvarez, Michael Peterson joins us here at the Kingdome. You think Ted Williams has a swing? I'm not saying anything about Ted Williams, but the thing about Ken Griffey's swing and Darryl Strawberry's swing, they were just things of beauty. They just flowed. I don't know. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. Alvarez, 2-6, strikeout, and got him. He'll go ahead and get Davis. That is the first strikeout for Alvarez. He had 128 of them in 99. 2 away, and now the second baseman, David Bell, 268 average, 21 homers, 78 RBIs that season. Strategy roll, and Segui stays put. Alvarez, 3-3 against the righty. It's blank. Bell, 1-4. A line drive right to second, and Miguel Cairo puts up the glove. Pop, and the inning goes, and that will end the inning on a line out. No runs and a hit for the M's. No score after 2. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the D-Rays will be the left fielder, Paul Sorrento, 235 average, 11 homers, 42 RBIs in 99. Garcia will deal. Garcia, 2-5, strikeout, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Garcia. He had 170 of them in 99. Here's the second baseman, Miguel Cairo, 295 average, 3 homers, 36 RBIs, respectable year. Pitch from Garcia, 5-2, range play. Cairo, 1-2 against a righty. It's a grounder right back to Garcia. Garcia's range is a 3, and that's going to be a base hit. It'll get past him, and the Devil Rays have a man on. So a single for Cairo. And now the shortstop, Kevin Stocker, 299 average, a homer, 27 RBIs. Infield is a double play, and Cairo is staying where he is. Garcia, 5-3, strikeout. That's going to be high. Stocker, 6-5, base hit right past second base. Cairo will have the speed. He'll make third on that one. And now the Devil Rays got something going on. Runners at the corners and 1 out. And the batter is Wynn. Wynn is 0 for 1. Mariners are going to play the infield in for the simple reason Wynn does not go into many double plays. They're going to try to get the out here. So Cairo on at third, Stocker on at first, strategy, and nothing on the 12. Garcia will pitch. Garcia, 6-5, strikeout, got him. That's a big K for Garcia. Second strikeout for him, 2 down. And now here's Martinez. Martinez got a single his first time up. Tampa Bay overachieving in this season so far at 26-21. The Mariners are 10 games under 500. They're underachieving in this season. Strategy roll. That's a 1. Stocker gets the steal sign, but he's not going to go. Garcia, 3-1. That's at the park. Kingdome, 3-4. And it's a double into center field. That'll get the Devil Rays on the board. Cairo will score. With 2 outs, Stocker, base runner 5, double to center. A -1 makes him a 4, and he will score. Martinez rounding second. He's going to try for third. His base running rating is a 4, and he'll put on the brakes and go back. But that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Dave Martinez. And the Devil Rays take a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. 2 RBI double. And now the batter is Canseco. Canseco's 0 for 1. I still say Canseco should be in the Hall. Martinez, I'm sick and tired of the steroid crap. Just put them all in there. They saved baseball back in the years. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 8th. Garcia, 4-3, strikeout, and swing and a miss. Got him, and the inning is over. Third strikeout for Garcia. But 2 runs on 3 hits for the Devil Rays. They have a 2-0 lead now as we go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Mariners will be the catcher, Dan Wilson. If I remember, Dan Wilson had a solid career. 266 average, 7 homers, 38 RBIs, and 99. Alvarez will pitch. And 6-5, that's at the park. Kingdome, 5-4, and that's going to be a base hit. That'll be a single into center. Kingdome had a batting average of .311. It was pretty easy to get a ball, to get base hits in that place that year. That's a single for Wilson. The next batter is Hunter. Hunter is 0 for 1. XSG2 joins us here at the Kingdome. Wilson on at first. He did have steals. He's not going to get one here. Alvarez, 6-1, error, throw. Hunter, 4-6. That's a fly out to right. There won't be a throwing error. That's going to be caught by Martinez. And that is going to be out number 1. And now the batter is the new shortstop, Rafael Bornegal, taking over for the injured A-Rod. 274 average, 2 homers, 14 RBIs, and 99. Strategy roll for Wilson, and nothing happening. Although Bornegal gets the bunt sign, but he'll swing. Alvarez, 5-3, error, grounder. Bornegal, 6-5, and that's a fly out. That's a fly ball to center. And that's going to be Wynn getting to that for out number 2. Next batter is Junior. Junior got a single his first time up. Wilson is on at first. He'll stay at first. Alvarez, 3-6, possible error. Junior, 5-5. That's going to be an infield single to third. That's picked up by Boggs. Boggs' error rating is a 12. That is a 12, and he's still going to throw it away. And he's going to throw that away to past second base, trying to get Wilson maybe. And that's going to be a single and an error. Wilson will automatically make third, and Junior makes it to second. That's a single and an error on Boggs. So Griffey gets his second hit of the ball game. And now runners at second and third. And now here's Edgar. Martinez is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Mariners are threatening here. Runners at second and third. Alvarez thought that should have just been fine. And 2 down. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 7. Alvarez will pitch. Alvarez, 5-4. It's a blank. Martinez, 3-6. And Martinez will tie the game. That's going to be a double into left field. Wilson will score. Griffey will score. Martinez a second. We're tied at 2. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two RBI double by Martinez. And now here's Husky. Husky is 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, now tied at 2. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Alvarez, 2-5. Strikeout, 16 is too high. Husky, 4-5. And that's a single into right field. Will it score Martinez, though? With 2 outs, base runner 2. Single to right, a 0. So a 1 or a 2, Martinez will score, and he's holding a third. So Husky gets a single to move Martinez over. Another hit, and the batter now is Segui. Segui got a single his first time up. Now runners to the corners with 2 outs. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Husky stays put. Alvarez trying to get out of the inning. 2-3. That's a walk plus 10. It's ball 4. That is walk plus, and now the bases are loaded. First walk given up by Alvarez. He had 78 of them in 99. And a chance now for Russ Davis. Davis is 0 for 1. Mariners a chance to blow it wide open. And in the Kingdome in 99, this was the stadium to hit the ball out of. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Alvarez will pitch. 3-6, possible error. Davis, 1-2 against the lefty. That's going to be a double into left field. Left fielder is Sorrento. His error rating is an 8. That's a 10. He will not make an error. So Martinez will score. Husky will score. Segui rounding third with 2 outs, base runner 3. A double to left field is a -2. And he will hold at third. 2 RBI double for Davis. It's now 4-2 Mariners. Stadium cheers. Yay! All this happening with 2 outs. The next batter is Bell, and Bell is 0 for 1. The Mariners have put a 4 spot here on the bottom of the third. Strategy roll, and nothing happening. Alvarez will go ahead and pitch. Alvarez, 2-5, strikeout, got him, and the inning will end there. And that is strikeout number 2 for Alvarez. But damage done. 4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 walk, and 1 error. And one error on Boggs, an E5. I forgot to put it there. And that was the first. That would be the first error on the Devil Rays. They did have an error in the game historically, but the damage was done. 4-2 Mariners now after 3. Top of the fourth. It will be Fred McGriff, the crime dog, leading off, and he's 0 for 1. Garcia, and 6-5, strikeout, and that's going to miss. McGriff, a 5-2, ground out to second, and that's an easy play for David Bell, and he'll toss it over for the out. Next batter is Flaherty. Flaherty's 0 for 1. Garcia, he will pitch. 3-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Garcia. And now Boggs. Boggs is 0 for 1. Garcia will settle in. And 3-2, strikeout, that's high. Boggs, 5-1, and that's a fly ball to center field. That'll be an easy play for Junior, and he will get to it and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Devil Rays, bottom of the fourth. One of the reasons why the Kingdome was nicknamed the Homer Dome, especially in '99, before the Mariners moved into Safeco Field in middle July of this year, as a matter of fact. Bottom of the fourth, and it will be Dan Wilson leading off for Seattle, and he got a single and an error, single on his first time up. Alvarez will pitch. Alvarez, 5-6, strikeout, and that's misses. Wilson, a 3-2, it's a fly to left. That'll be played by Sorrento. He's not going to have to make a range play on that one. One down. Here's Hunter. Hunter's 0 for 2. Yep, Judge going on the DL. We'll see how long. Alvarez, 1-3. Home run result, but the 3 is too high. Actually, Hunter had zeros against lefties. 2-1, hits a deep fly ball to right field. Dave Martinez going to the track is going to be close to the wall. He's going to make the catch, though. That's going to be out number 2. And now Bornegal. Bornegal is 0 for 1. This is taking over for the injured A-Rod. Alvarez, 3-1 against a righty. That is a walk plus, and that 15 is going to walk him. So he'll walk Bornegal. Second walk issued by Alvarez, and here comes Junior. Junior 2 for 2, a single and a double. Bornegal on it first. Strategy. Nothing on the 5. He'll stay put. Alvarez will go ahead and he will pitch. Alvarez, 1-3. Home run result. But against lefties, Griffey needs a 12. That's a 16. Too bad. Junior, 6-3, hits a grounder to short. That'll be easily handled there by Stocker. Stocker takes it. He'll throw to second to get Bornegal, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. 4-2 M's after 4. Would have been nice to see Griffey hit one. Not suspended Rodriguez? No. Not in no. Not 1999 he wasn't. He was still on he was still on the Mariners back then. A young A-Rod, a young Alex Rodriguez. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Devil Rays will be Paul Sorrento, and he's 0 for 1. Garcia sets up and deals, and 1-6. It's a blank. Sorrento, 1-1, and fly to center. Junior will get to that with no problem, and that's the first out. Here's Cairo. Cairo got a single his first time up. Garcia, 3-6, possible error. Cairo, 1-3 against the righty. It's a grounder to second base, and that is hit to David Bell. His error rating is a 6. That's an 11. He'll get it and toss it over. And that'll be out number 2. And now Stalker. Stalker got a single his first time up. Garcia. 2-5. Strikeout. And, yep, got him. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Inning over. 5th strikeout for Garcia. And 1, 2, 3. Go the Devil Rays. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Edgar Martinez leads off for the M's. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Alvarez. 2-3. That's a walk plus, and that's a ball 4. So Martinez will trot the first on the base on balls. That is the 3rd walk issued by Alvarez. It'll bring up Husky. Husky is 1 for 2 with a single. Infield double play. Martinez really not a threat to do anything, and he's not. His steal attempt rating is a 1, but yet he had 7 stolen bases. That tells me hit and run. A lot of hit and runs. And his stolen base rating is high. Alvarez, 4-3. It's a blank. Husky, 4-3. Against the lefty, it's a fly ball to right field. Pretty deep. But that'll stay in the park for Martinez. And that is out number 1. Here's Segui. Segui is 1 for 1, single and a walk. Martinez stays put. Alvarez, 3-6. Possible error. Segui, 6-4. Base hit to left field. Left fielder is Sorrento. His error rating is an 8. That's a 17. He won't make an error. Base runner 4. Single to left, -3. Martinez has no prayer to get to third, and he will trudge into second and be happy with it. And now here's Davis. Davis 1 for 2 with a double. Runners at first and second. The Mariners got something going on here. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Alvarez will pitch. Alvarez, 3-4. That is a walk plus, and that is going to be ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So he loads the bases. That's the 4th walk. The batter now is Bell, and that's going to be it for Alvarez. He is tired. So they're going to take Alvarez out of the game now, and we'll see a new pitcher for the Devil Rays. And let's see who they're going to go with. And the Devil Ray bullpen is yucky. Devil Ray bullpen is yucky. Coming on to pitch for the Devil Rays is going to be Rick White. 5 wins, 3 losses, a 4.08 ERA, and 99. Wright will come in. Alvarez leads with the L. So bases loaded, and they're going to play the infield back and try to turn 2. So Rick White coming on to pitch against Bell. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 5. Best arm I've used inside pitch. That's probably got it. There are a number of -2 arms in inside pitch. I think Roberto Clemente may really have the best arm. White will go ahead and pitch. White, 5-1. Base hit right past the pitcher, right up the middle, and that's a single. Martinez will come in to score. Segui, a base runner 2. He will have the speed. He will come in to score. Davis will hold at second base. Bell holds at first. Another 2 more runs for the Mariners. It's 6-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two RBI single for David Bell. And right now the Mariners have a 6-2 lead. So now runners at first and second. The batter is Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 2 with a single. Infield still a double play. Mariners did win this game 6-1 historically. Strategy roll. Nothing happening there. White, 5-3. Strikeout and got him. He needed that. Strikeout by Rick White. He had 81 of them in 99. And now the top of the order for Hunter. Hunter is 0 for 3. 2 outs, 6-2 Mariners. Strategy, and nothing on the 7. White will deal. White, 1-3, error on a grounder. Hunter, 3-2, and that's not an error. That's a slow hit ball to third. That's picked up by Boggs. Hunter's base running rating is a 5. The throw to first. Got him, side retired. Just got him on a 6. That's a speed check, and that'll be a ground, and that will be a ground out to third, and that will end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks. Maybe it'd be worse, but the Mariners have a 4-run lead here after 5. The dugout says I still like the name Devil Rays. I guess they didn't like the word devil. That was the real problem. They didn't like devil. I think it's just, I mean, you want to call them the Tampa Bay Rays, it's fine. I would have thought Tampa Bay Manta Rays. Manta Rays. That might have been a better name than Devil Rays. I would probably use Manta Rays. But Tampa Bay Manta Rays sounded actually, that sounds better, I think. We go to the top of the 6th. And leading off for the Devil Rays is Randy Wynn. He's 0 for 2. 6-2 M's. Garcia, 4-5. That's a pitcher result. The 8 switch left is an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to short. Handled easily by Rafael Bornegal. Throws it over, 1 down. Or Stingrays. That'd have been fine, too. Here's Martinez. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double. Pitch from Garcia, 4-4. Walk plus, and that's ball 4. Martinez will trot to first. That's only the first walk issued by Garcia. He had 86 of them in 99. And here comes Jose Can You See Seiko. Jose Can You Seiko. He is 0 for 2. Infield a double play. Strategy for Martinez. He will stay put. Garcia, 6-3. That's at the park. Kingdome, 4-2. Base hit right field. Martinez, base runner 5. Single to right, -1. A 1-3, he'll get to third. And it's a 6. Martinez rounding second, trying for third. Right fielder Husky has a 0 arm. A 1-4, there'll be a play at third. That is a 1. Here comes the throw. A 2-5, he will be out. And he is. Martinez thrown out at third. That is a 2. Canseco will take second on the throw. But Martinez is gunned down going to third base. So that's going to go as a single for Canseco on an extra base. But that's out number 2. What a throw by Butch Husky. As he gets Dave Martinez out at third. So now 2 outs. I don't know what Martinez was thinking. And now here's the crime dog. McGriff is 0 for 2. Canseco goes to second on the throw. Strategy roll, and nothing happening there. Garcia, 4-6, blank. The crime dog, 2-5, and it's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Bornegal. He'll take his time, toss it over, and end the inning. And what could have been no runs, a hit, and a walk, and an assist at third base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Rick White's going to stay on the mound for the D-Rays. And Rafael Bornegal will lead off for the M's. He is 0 for 1. He's taking over for A-Rod. White will go ahead and deal. White, 6-6. Home run chance. 16 is high. Bornegal, 1-4. Fly ball deep to center. It'll stay in the park, though. Randy Wynn will have room. And he gets it, 1 out. Here's Junior. Junior just missed a bomb his last time up. He's 2 for 3, though. A single and a double. White, 2-5. It's a blank. Junior, 3-1. And it's a fly to right. Dave Martinez will get to that, and that'll be out number 2. And now here's Edgar. Edgar Martinez is 1 for 2, a double and a walk. White will pitch. White, 2-2, strikeout, that's high. Martinez, a 6-1, and he hits a fly to center field. Randy Wynn will get to that one as well. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Devil Rays. 6-2 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Freddy Garcia still has a little bit of gas in the tank. John Florida leads off for TB, and he's 0 for 2. Garcia, 6-3. That's at the park. Kingdome, 3-2, and that's powered into left field. That's a 16. And believe it or not, it's going to stay up there. Brian Hunter's going to go back for that at the track and near the wall, and he's going to pull it down. That's going to be a fly out the left. Flaherty can't believe that didn't go over the fence. A 9-14 is a home run chance. That's a 16. And Flaherty just got under that, 1 down. Here's Boggs. Boggs is 0 for 2. Pitch for Garcia. Garcia, 3-4. Walk plus, that's ball 4. He'll walk Boggs. Boggs trots to first. Second walk issued by Garcia. And now Sorrento. Sorrento was 0 for 2. Infield double play. Boggs on at first. He did have a steal, but strategy rolls actually are off. Garcia, 5-6 against the lefty. Home run result. The 15 is too high. Sorrento, 6-4, and it's a deep fly ball to right field. Once again, Butch Husky's got to go deep for this one. It's going to stay in the park. 2 outs. Wow, hitting all these balls hard. They're all being hit hard, but we are not getting any homers. And now the batter is Cairo. Cairo is 1 for 2 with a single. Homerdome is not giving up home runs, but it is giving up base hits. Infield back. Strategy roll for Boggs. He'll stay put. I don't know why I'm rolling it anyway. Garcia, 5-1. Error on a throw. Cairo, 1-4. And that's going to be an infield single, first of all. And that's hit to second base. David Bell's error rating is a 6. That's an 11. He'll hold on to the ball. He will not try to get Cairo out. It'll be a single, and that will be it. So a base hit for an infield single for Cairo. It'll now bring up Stalker. Stalker is 1 for 2. Garcia in some trouble here on the top of the 7th. 6-2 Mariners. Garcia settles in, and he'll pitch. Garcia, 6-1. Wild pitch. A possible pass ball. Wilson's pass ball rating was a 2. And he'll block it. Ball 1. And now he'll block. Actually, no matter if he'll block it, and now you go straight to the batter card. Because remember the rule: anything off a wild pitch, okay, if it's not a wild pitch or a pass ball, you go straight to the batter card. So it's not a pass ball. Stalker will swing. 3-6, and it's a ground out to third anyway. That'll get picked up by Davis, and Davis is going to tag out Boggs approaching third, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the Mariners are holding on to a 4-run lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. This was the final game of the schedule block, so starting tomorrow night will be the second schedule block. Once again, we'll see all 30 teams at least once, some twice. And we're going back to Turner Field tomorrow night, as we will see the Colorado Rockies take on the Atlanta Braves. Pedro Estacio will be going for the Rockies, and Kevin Millwood will be going for the Braves. That will be May 31st. That is also the final game in the month of May. For me. So that will be May 31st, the final game of that month. So Rockies and the Braves starting the next schedule block. And that schedule block does go through the 99 All-Star game. So don't forget to see us tomorrow night at Turner Field. We go to the bottom of the seventh, 6-2 Mariners. And let's see. Leading off for the Mariners is Butch Husky. And Rick White is coming out. And the Devil Rays are going to go to the bullpen. And they're going to go ahead and bring on to pitch will be Esteban Yan. 3 wins, 4 losses, a 5.90 ERA. So Yan is going to be the third Devil Ray pitcher. And he can pitch to 5. So we'll see what Esteban Yan can do. Bottom of the seventh, Yan. 1-6 at the park. Kingdome, 1-3. Home run to the pull side. We were wondering about getting a home run sooner or later, and it turns out it's going to be Butch Husky, because against the righty, Husky needs a 12, and that's a 3. Kaboom! That ball's pretty high. That ball's pretty deep, and that ball's pretty gone. Home run, Butch Husky. Solo bomb for Husky as Esteban Yan comes right in, and Husky pitches Husky a grapefruit, turns that into fruit salad. It's 7-2 M's. So Yan, they bring in Yan, he gives up the grapefruit, and that'll bring up Segui. I don't know who decided to bring in Esteban Yan to pitch. Must have been that manager from the other channel with the fluffy cat. Here's Segui. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Yan will deal. 5-1 strikeout that misses. Segui, 6-2, and against the righty, it's a double into left field. That'll be grabbed by Sorrento. He'll throw it in, and that's a 2-bagger for Segui. He holds at second base. So right now the Mariners are pouring it on at the moment, and here comes Davis. Davis, 1 for 2, doubled and walked. Segui on at second. Now a 7-2 Mariner lead. Esteban Yan, so far, not very effective. And he will pitch. Yan, 2-2. It's a blank. Davis, 5-4. Ground ball to first. That'll get picked up by the crime dog. He'll take it to the bag himself. Segui moves to third. And that's an out. Bell is next. Bell is 1 for 3. He had a single. Infield is going to play in. Devil Rays still want to play meaningful baseball. Yan will pitch. 6-3, strikeout, and got him. Cold strike 3 on Bell. Bell should have swung at that one. 46 strikeouts for Yan in 99, 2 away. And now Wilson. Wilson 1 for 3, with a single. Esteban sets up against Wilson. Fans here at the Kingdome enjoying at least tonight's game. Yan, 5-1, strikeout, swing and a miss. Strikeout, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits, a solo bomb by Butch Husky. And the Mariners now lead 7-2 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Freddy Garcia is tired. I don't know how many complete games he had that year. I'm about to find out. So let's see how many complete games he had. And that Freddy Garcia, this was actually his rookie year, Freddy Garcia. This was his rookie year. He had 2 complete games. Freddy Garcia, this was his rookie year. 22 years old. 2 complete games. Let him pitch. Leading off for the Devil Rays is Randy Wynn, and he's 0 for 3. Freddy Garcia, this was his rookie year. I forgot about that. Garcia with the pitch. 1-1, strikeout. That will miss. Win. 2-3, and it's grounded to second. Easy play for Bell. And over to first it goes, 1 down. Here's Martinez. Martinez 2 for 2, a single and a double. Garcia with the pitch. 5-3, strikeout, swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is strikeout number 6. 2 away. And now Canseco. Canseco 1 for 3 with a single. Pitch from Garcia. And 1-2. Range play at the park. Kingdome. 5-1. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Segui. His range is a 2. That's going to be a base hit. Segui won't be able to get that, and Canseco will get on first. His second hit of the ball game. As Segui couldn't get there. And now here's the crime dog. He's 0 for 3. Canseco on it first. Garcia trying to maybe get a complete game here against the Devil Rays. Garcia will deal. 4-2, strikeout, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. 7th strikeout for the rookie Garcia. No runs and a hit. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order for the Mariners. Here's Brian Hunter. He's 0 for 4. Yan coming out of the game. Tampa Bay going to go to the bullpen here. And coming on to pitch for the Devil Rays is going to be Brian Ricard. 6 wins, 6 losses, a 5.80 ERA. Brian Ricard will be the 4th Devil Ray pitcher. So here's Brian Ricard. I don't know if that's pronounced Ricard or Wrecker. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Ricard or Raycard. Not 100% sure. Somebody check my pronunciation. Ricard, 1-5, strikeout. That misses. Hunter, 4-4, and it's powered into left. That's an 18, and it's going to be caught. Fly ball left field. Sorrento will get to it, and that is out number 1. Hunter can't catch a break. He's 0 for 5 tonight. And now Bornegal. Bornegal's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's coming in for the injured A-Rod. Ricard, 4-4. That's at the park. Kingdome, 2-6. And that's grounded to short. Picked up by Stalker. Stalker will throw it over with ease. 2 down. And now Junior. Junior is 2 for 4. A single and a double. But missed a home run, but just by a few feet. Raycar will go ahead and pitch. Raycar, 1-5, strikeout. He'll get Griffey, and the inning is over. Nice job by Brian Raycar. 55 strikeouts for him, and 1-2-3 go the Mariners. 7-2 after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th coming up. Freddy Garcia is tired. And leading off for the Devil Rays is John Flaherty. And that's going to be it for Garcia. I'm not going to give him a complete game chance on this one. I'm going to go to the bullpen for the Mariners. And they are going to go with... Mariner bullpen was kind of... also. Not a safe situation. Coming on to pitch for the Mariners is going to be Jose Paniagua. 6 wins, 11 losses, 3 saves, a 4.06 ERA. Jose Paniagua. Another baseball name. Flaherty is 0 for 3. Top of the 9th, 7-2 M's. Paniagua, 4-5. Hit by pitch. Yeah, he hit him. Plunk. Ouch. They'll go ahead and hit Flaherty, first hit batter of the game. And now here's Boggs. Boggs 0 for 2 with a walk. Infield a double play. Paniagua will go ahead and pitch. And 2-6, strikeout, got Boggs. Not easy to do, but he got him. Boggs 4, -1 is a 3. That's a 2. He got him. Boggs doesn't strike out much. Paniagua had 74 strikeouts in 99. Next batter is Sorrento. And are they going to bring in a pinch hitter for him? Sorrento, left field. Do I have another fielder? Yes, I do. And we are going to see are we going to see a pinch hitter here? No. Sorrento will bat. He's a lefty. Paniagua will pitch. Paniagua, 3-6 against the lefty. Good thing I let him hit there. That's a base hit. That'll go past the pitcher and into the outfield. Flaherty will hold at second base. He doesn't have the speed to get to third on that, so he will stay put. And the inning continues with a single from Sorrento. Now we'll bring up Cairo. Cairo 2 for 3, 2 singles. Runners at first and second. Paniagua trying to go ahead and get this game over for the Mariners. He will pitch. 4-1. That's a walk plus, and the bases are loaded. Now it's a save situation with the tying run on deck. So now the base is loaded. And the batter is Kevin Stocker. He's going to bat. And Paniagua is going to come out. And the Mariners are going to go to the bullpen. And now they're going to bring out the closer. And that will be Jose Mesa. 3 wins, 6 losses, 33 saves, but a 4.98 ERA. So Jose Mesa now trying to get the win. Trying to get the save. And he can pitch to 5. Stocker, not really a home run hitter. His job is just to try to get a couple runs in and maybe bring in the top of the order. 7-2 Mariners, but suddenly things just got interesting. Mesa will pitch. Mesa, 4-1. Wild pitch! Yes, and it's going to score a run. Flaherty will come in to score. Sorrento and Cairo move up. And it's now 7-3. So now a 7-3 ball game as the runners move. The question is, do you pitch? Do you now? I don't think you bring the tying run to the plate. I just don't think you do that. They're going to play the infield back. They need outs. So now a wild pitch by Mesa. Now it's a 7-3 ball game. Mesa will pitch. 6-4, error on a grounder. Stocker, 1-3 against a righty. That's not an error. That's a slow hit ball to short. That ball is picked up by Bornegal. Stocker, not a bad runner. It's a speed check. The throw goes to first. Stocker's base running rating is a 4, and he's out. But Sorrento will score, and Cairo will move to third. So Stocker is out at first base. It is now 7-4. Because that was an error on a grounder, that was not a base hit, an automatic base hit past short. That is huge sometimes. That is huge. Because there was an error on a grounder and not an S6. But there are 2 outs. As Sorrento does come in to score, Cairo to third. And now the last chance for Tampa Bay is Randy Wynn. Wynn is 0 for 4. Tying run still on deck. Mesa trying to get this game over. Now a 7-4 ball game. Mesa looks in on Wynn. The fans here at the Kingdome definitely want to win here for the Mariners to have any hope of staying in the season. Mesa will pitch. 1-4 against the switch left. That is a walk plus, and it's ball 4, and the tying run is coming to the plate. So he walks Win, and the tying run is Dave Martinez. 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. And Martinez is going to bat. So now runners of the corners, 2 outs. 7-4 Mariners. Martinez really not a home run hitter. He had 6 of them in 99. Mesa gets the sign from Wilson. Fans here at the Kingdome suddenly a little bit nervous. Mesa gets a deal, and now he will pitch. 2-4. Range play. Martinez. 3-2. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Brian Hunter. His range is a 4, and he can't get it. And that's going to be a single. Cairo will score. That's a single to left field. Win, base running 5 with 2 outs. Single to left, -4, so he only gets the third on a 1. And he does. He gets the third on a 1. Martinez trying for second base, and he'll hold at first base. And it's now 7-5. RBI single by Martinez. And now here is Jose Canseco. He is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Jose Mesa is not tired yet. He's going to pitch to Canseco, but now it's 7-5. And Canseco can give the Devil Rays the lead with a swing. Fans here at the Kingdome, they go out to talk to Mesa real quick, settle him down, try to get this game over. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 7-5 Mariners. Devil Rays saying not just yet. Strategy rolls are still off. Mesa will pitch to Canseco. Canseco looking for a big-time hit. Fans here at the Kingdome hoping for a big-time strikeout. Mesa will pitch. 2-6. Wild pitch. Yes, Win will score. Martinez goes to second base. It's 7-6. Mesa uncorks a bad one. It goes over the head of Wilson, and it's now 7-6. And the tying run at second base. And no, you don't put the go-ahead run on. Mesa will pitch to Canseco. The fans here at the Kingdome cannot believe what's happening here. Mesa will go ahead and he will pitch. Strategy rolls are back on. And nothing on the 4. Martinez stays at second. Mesa will now pitch to Canseco. Jose looking for a big hit. Jose versus Jose. Mesa, 1-5, strikeout 2, swing and a miss. Right out. That's your game. Mariners will hold off the Devil Rays on a huge strikeout by Mesa, but the Mariners escape with a 7-6 win. Stadium cheers. Yay! 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 hit batter, 2 walks, and a wild pitch. But the Mariners will hold on to a 7-6 win. I actually thought for sure. I thought Canseco was going to go ahead and get that. But the Devil Rays will fall short to the Mariners here tonight. But a good baseball game nonetheless. Final line score coming up. For the Mariners, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For the Devil Rays, 6 runs, 9 hits and an error. The winning pitcher is Freddy Garcia. He'll go ahead and get the win. Wilson Alvarez will take a loss. And Jose Mesa is going to wind up with a very tough save. But he will go ahead and they'll go ahead and get it. And the Mariners will get a big win here. They'll go to 19-28. And the Devil Rays now fall to 26-22. But we're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Oh, that was interesting. I actually thought that he was gonna come back and do it. Surprise, surprise. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Mariners are going to get a 7-6 win over the Devil Rays today, as SV joins us here late. I'm glad he joined us here for a good game of baseball. Welcome to the network, my friend. Let's see how the rest of the majors do in this date. May 28th, Kansas City at Anaheim. Royals 9-35, that is 4. Angels 8-24, and that is 3. Win for the Royals. Boston at Cleveland. Red Sox 13-26, 4 runs. Indians 15-32, and that's 5 runs. That'll be a win for the Tribe. White Sox at Detroit. White Sox 9-61, that's 7. Tigers 12-34, and that is 5. Baltimore at Oakland. Orioles 14-46, and that's 7. Athletics 7-12, that's 1. That'll be a win for the O's. Minnesota at Texas. Twins 4-51, and that's 5. Rangers 8-15, and that's 2. Twins will win it. Yankees at the Blue Jays. Yankees 11-41, that's 5. Bluebirds 9-34, and that is 4. And that'll be a win for the Bronx Bombers. Dodgers and the Braves. Dodgers 10-24, that is 3. Braves 11-43, and that is 6. It's a win for the Bravos. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 11-26, that's 4. Cubs 9-42, and that's 5. And that will be a win for the Cubs. Reds and the Marlins. Reds 10-64, that is 9. Marlins 6-21, and that is 2. That game belongs to the Reds. Padres and the Brewers. Padres 15-66, that is 13. Brewers 12-21, that's 3. The Friars will get the win. Giants and the Expos. Giants 12-15 and 3 runs. Expos 6-33, and that's 3 runs, and they're going to extras. Giants roll a 3 plus 0. Expos roll a 4 plus 2 is 6. That'll be a win for the Expos in extra innings. Diamondbacks and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Diamondbacks 9-15, and that is 2. Mets 6-61, that is 6. And my Mets get a happy recap. Rockies and the Phillies. Rockies 13-24, that is 4. Phillies 19-32, that is 6. A win for the Fightin' Phils. Astros and the Pirates. Astros 6-31, that is 3. Pirates 4-25, and that's 2. That's a win for the Stros. On to May 29th, Kansas City at Anaheim. Royals 12-34, 5 runs. Angels 16-26, 5 runs, and we got extras. Kansas City rolls a 2. -5 is a -3. Anaheim rolls a 5. I don't need to go any further than that. That's going to be a win for the Angels and extras. Boston at Cleveland. Red Sox 756. That is 6. Indians 446. That is 4. That's a win for the Bo Sox. White Sox and the Tigers. White Sox 951, and that's 6. Tigers 726, and that is 3. Another win for the Chi Sox. Baltimore and the A's. The O's 1011, that's 0. A's 1356, and that is 8. A win for them. Tampa Bay at Seattle. Devil Rays 1745, and that's 7. Mariners 1023, and that's 3. The Devil Rays will get that win. Minnesota and the Rangers. Twins 632, 3 runs. Rangers 1131, 4 runs. It's a win for the Lone Stars. Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees 1253, that is 7. Blue Jays 646, that is 5. Another win for the Yankees. Dodgers and the Braves. Dodgers 655, that is 6. Braves 1846, and that is 8. And the Braves will get the win. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 1333, that is 5. Cubs 621, that is 2. A win for the Redbirds. Reds and the Fish. Reds 841, 5 runs. Marlins 942, and that's 5 runs, and they're going to extras. Reds roll a 4, -2 is 2. Marlins roll a 1, +1 is 2. That is a tie, which means the Marlins will win by virtue of home field. Padres and the Brewers. Padres 622, that is 2. Brewers 1015, and that is also 2, and they're going to extras. Padres roll a 2, +1 is 3. Milwaukee rolls a 1, +0. That will be a win for the Friars. Giants and the Expos. Giants 1114, that's 2. Expos 833, and that's 4. A win for the Spos. Diamondbacks and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Diamondbacks 761, that is 7. Mets 956, and that is also 7, and they're going to extras. Both teams roll a 1. Arizona's a -3. The Mets are a 0, and that's going to be a win. I should say a happy recap for my Mets. Rockies and the Phillies. Rockies 744, that is 5. Phillies 1742, that's 7. A win for the Fightin' Phils. Astros and the Pirates. Astros 861, that is 7. Pirates 531, and that is 3. And another win for the Astros. Right now, the Houston Astros, we could be right now, the way the Astros and the Yankees are playing, wouldn't be surprised if we see those two in the World Series. May 30th, Kansas City and Anaheim. Royals 632, that is 3. Angels 541, and that is 4. A win for the Halos. Boston and Cleveland. Both Red Sox 1464, that is 10. Indians 1436, and that's 6. A win for the Red Sox. White Sox at Detroit. White Sox 866, that's 10. Tigers 814, that is 2. Chi Sox will win it. Baltimore at Oakland. Orioles 1054, 7 runs. Athletics 1165, that's 10 runs, and a win for the A's. Tampa Bay at Seattle. Devil Rays 1844, that is 7. Mariners 1315, that is 3. The Devil Rays lose tonight on the board, but they do win in fast score. Minnesota at Texas. Twins 12-22, that's 3. Rangers 17-26, that is 5. A win for the Lone Stars. Yankees at the Blue Jays. Yankees 11-42, that is 5. Blue Jays 10-43, that is 5. And those two are going to extras. Yankees roll a 4, -1 is 3. Toronto rolls a 6 +0, and the Blue Jays will get a win. Dodgers and the Braves. Dodgers 5-54, that is 5. Braves 5-22, and that's 2. And the Dodgers will get the win. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 9-43, that is 5. Cubs 12-14, that is 2. And the Redbirds will get the win. Reds and the Marlins. Reds 13-61, that's 8. Marlins 2-15, that is 1. And that game belongs to the Reds. Padres and the Expos. Padres 14-14, that is 3. Expos 7-15, that is 2. That's a win for the Friars. Giants and the I'm sorry, that was against the Brewers. My bad. I said Padres and Expos. It was Padres and Brewers, but the Brewers still lose. Giants and the Expos. Giants 13-22, that is 4. Now the Expos 9-43, and that is 5. The Expos will get the win. Diamondbacks and the Mets. The Braves lost in this one. Can my Mets get a win and gain a game on them? Diamondbacks 8-22, that is 3. Mets 2-65, that is 7. And my Mets have a happy recap sweep. Rockies and the Phillies. Rockies 14-44, and that's 6. Phillies 18-32, and that's 6. They're going to extras. Rockies roll a 3 +2 is 5. Phillies roll a 2 -1, and that will be a win for the Rockies. Astros and the Pirates. Astros 8-36, that is 4. Pirates 2-65, that is 7. And you can raise the Jolly Roger there. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be May 31st, our final game for the month of May. We will be at Turner Field as the Colorado Rockies take on the Atlanta Braves. Pedro Estacio will go for the Rockies. Kevin Millwood will be going for the Braves. It's the beginning of the second schedule block. Once again, we'll see all 30 teams. Rockies in Atlanta tomorrow night. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Mariners go ahead and take the Devil Rays and put them in the fish tank. They are the winners tonight, 7-6. See you guys tomorrow night.